Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-November read. Let's see what these cards have for you. Wow, we're starting with the Death, the Hanged Man, and the Ten of Cups. What incredible energies. These are clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of the deck, beautiful. You have the Temperance card. That's awesome. Five of Wands, Six of Wands, nice. Temperance is obviously all about balance. A lot of it's an emotional balance that's being asked of you here. It's about balancing your internal world with your external world. You want things to be in harmony here. You don't want to have a beautiful, rich inner landscape that you shut away and don't look at when you're having to do your worldly activities, your work, your family life, your friends. You want to be able to integrate them both. So that's what this temperance is about, that integration of the inner with the outer landscape and finding that balance. The Five of Wands and the Six of Wands, this is really interesting. The Five of Wands in this deck is using your energy for play and for fun. It's a sort of frivolous waste of energy, but it feels like this is actually a really positive use of your energy with that Six of Wands under there. What I'm sensing, just from what I'm seeing going on here, there are some obviously big transformations coming in with that Death card. This is asking you to maintain your balance through that and, where possible, have a bit of fun. Just play. Let your energy be directed into things that are frivolous, that are fun, because that will help you find your balance, find your emotional stability as you ride out these waves of change. The Death card is about big transformations, big endings coming in. It's clarified by the Nine of Pentacles here. Now, in this particular Death card, he's standing in the middle of a stampede while the sky opens up above him, but he's completely calm. This is that Temperance energy. He looks very similar to the Temperance guy, to our Temperance angel. He's very, very calm. He's not fussed by the chaos around him. This is what this Temperance is asking of you. It's asking you to maintain that balance. And interestingly, I got maintain your independence, your self-assurance. You've got a lot of grounded stability around you, within you, with that Nine of Pentacles energy. It's like you've created a physical space that's supporting you and you feel strong and independent in your life. And it's asking you to tap into that energy while this transformation is going on. Whatever this death is, it's something big. It's something that's ending, and it's something you know is needed to end or has been ending for a while. It's not coming out of the blue. That doesn't mean that it's not kind of big and profound. I said to have that emotional balance with the Temperance, but I'm not getting the sense this is going to really shake you emotionally. I feel like you're just going to handle this really well. Whatever this transformation is, whatever this ending is, you're prepared for it. You've been preparing for it with that Nine of Pentacles. These cards underneath the Temperance are asking you to make sure you keep having a little bit of fun. That will be your victory there. That'll be the thing you take forward with you. That will be the thing you remember when this transition, this ending finally concludes. I'm reluctant to say this because the death very rarely signifies an actual death. But for some of you, if there is a loss of a person or a beloved pet, it feels again like it's not something that's coming unexpectedly, but it's still painful. You know, death, in whatever way we lose someone that we love, it's a loss, it's painful. But this is all telling me that you've prepared for this, both you and the other person or the beloved pet. You all know what's happening and why it's happening. And this whole energy is just, it's feeling like it wants me to let you know that it's all okay. This is all okay. That's what this Temperance is here for. It's like, trust that this is all meant to be this way. That balance is being restored. Death is just clearing the way for new life. There is a life on the other side of the veil. It doesn't end with our physical forms. And as much as we miss those that we love, they're waiting for us there. You know, they'll be there when it's our time. And they're here with us when we want to connect with them as well. But of course, it's not going to be a literal death for all of you. Like I said, I very rarely pick up an actual loss of life with the Death card. But it's still going to be an ending, and there is still going to be a sense of loss with this. you're going to be in a really good space to deal with this, especially because we have the influencing energies of the Hanged Man and the Six of Swords. The Hanged Man is about finding a balance. Again, it's bringing in that sense of temperance. He's in a yoga pose. He's balanced body, mind, spirit, and heart. And in this position, he's seeing things from a higher perspective. He understands why this ending needed to take place. He's recognizing it's not saying that it's not going to be painful, it's what this is about, but he understands it. So if you need it, take time out to be alone, to go within, to meditate if you need to meditate, or just contemplate on what's come to pass. Find that inner balance, gain that higher perspective. And the Six of Swords, move away from any choppy waters, from mental chaos, mental stress, into a calmer, peaceful state of mind. For some of you, the Six of Swords often indicates a trip, particularly over water. So for some of you, in order to find your balance, to gain that high perspective, you might take a trip. You might go on a road trip, or go out on a boat for a day, or take a trip overseas, which is very much that traveling over water. And that will help you gain that perspective. We are only talking about the mid-November period, however, but what I'm feeling is this is having a broader consequence. And I've been getting that with all of my mid-November reads, to be honest. It's a sense that whatever's happening now in this mid-November period is going to have a more far-reaching effect, a longer-term effect. So even if this doesn't indicate a trip immediately, you might be starting to plan a trip. You might start planning a spiritual retreat somewhere in the Amazon or in the Himalayas or something like that. This is kind of the preparation phase. And just planning it is giving you a higher perspective, is giving you that sense of clarity and vision for why this transformation happened, why this ending happened. And it's helping you to open up to the next phase of your life. It feels very healthy what's happening here. You feel like you're in a really good place, accepting this death in a really positive, calm, centered, balanced way. And again, it's not necessarily a literal death. I very rarely get that. But the ending that's happening here, you're really accepting it beautifully. The 10 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles in your outcome is so positive. The 10 of Cups is the happy everything card, the rainbow card. Happy life, happy families, happy heart. This basically is promising that you're going to be in a really good place as you move through this. Like I said, you're handling this ending really well, whatever it is. And the outcome is just going to be a sense of happiness and renewal is the word I got. The 7 of Pentacles is asking you, while you're in this beautiful, happy space, to take time to assess what you've brought with you and what you want to continue taking with you as you go forward. It's a time of assessment. It's asking you to just take some time to look at this. While you're in such a good space, look at all the things that you have and all the things that you've done and everything that you've brought with you up to this point, and see if there's anything you want to leave behind as you move forward. Figure out if you want to take everything with you or if you want to create space for something new to come in. It's just a really good, it's kind of like the spring clean energy is what I got for you this time. It's like you're in a good space, you're feeling positive, there's a warmth and happiness with that 10 of Cups, and it's just creating space and time for you to do a bit of a clear out, energetically, emotionally, materially. What do you want to take forward with you, and what can be left behind to create space for something new? It's kind of a smaller scale version of this massive death energy, whatever it was that needed to end to create space for this new story to unfold. This 7 of Pentacles is kind of giving you a lower level opportunity to clear out the last little dregs. Just have a look to see if there's anything that you want to clear out to make space for something new. Okay, I've kind of given you some advice there, but let's see what our advice cards are from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Okay, oh my goodness, we got the Temperance again. So much about balance here. Trusting that you've got angels watching out for you. This card in particular also is about the unconscious becoming conscious. This is very much pointing to that unconscious and that emotional state being balanced with the conscious mind and what's happening in your material world, which is what I was saying with the original Temperance that we had there. But reflected with that water, it is that emotional balance, making sure both cups are filled. Oh, we have the Sun card. Find your joy. Reawaken that joy. That's interesting because that was one of the things I felt was missing. Oh my goodness, and the Death card flipped out as well. You got two doubles there. You got the double of the Temperance, the double of the Death, 3 major arcana. This is very, very powerful. Now, what I was saying with the Sun, I was feeling this sense of wonderful emotional balance. You were having a bit of fun, but I wasn't getting this sense of much joy or much passion. You had this beautiful, happy, contented 10 of Cups energy. But again, it was kind of a more subdued, gentle contentedness, which is wonderful. But I was wondering if we were missing a sense of joy and passion. It was like you were tempering it all with those Temperance cards, which is great. But the Sun coming in after the Temperance is asking you to bring in a sense of joy. Once you've worked through all of the changes that are going on, maintaining your balance, maintaining your temperance, that emotional balance, this Sun card is saying, don't forget the joy. Bring in the joy again as well. Bring in the passion. Don't lose that with the Death. Don't let that joy and that passion be lost with that Death card, with this ending that's going on. It's almost saying celebrate this ending with that Sun card. It wants you to find the joy in this, to find the reasons to celebrate, which is a much higher level than that 6 of Wands, which is about celebration and victory as well. There's something with this Death here. So as I said, the Death is something known. You know that this ending is coming. There's something with this that this Sun is asking you to find a reason to celebrate, to find the joy in this. And I'm not seeing any suffering in any of these cards, even in the Death card that we have in the original spread from the Wild Reflections Tarot. There's no suffering with this loss. None of these cards are indicating suffering or pain or trauma, but it is all quite tempered. It's overseen by those Temperance cards. It's a tempered, quiet, gentle energy, and it's wonderful and it's beautiful, but this Sun really is asking you to find your joy as well, to find reasons to celebrate this transformation and this ending. Because when this Death comes in, it's creating space for new life, and that's a reason to celebrate. Right, 3 final message cards for you, Sagittarius. Ooh, the Hierophant, beautiful, powerful energy. The Justice. Look at all these major arcana. Oh my goodness. That's some powerful energy supporting you here, Sagittarius. Okay. Just had the 8 of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon, another major arcana. 7 of Wands and the Fool. Yet another major arcana. Okay. Interesting. The Hierophant and the Justice card are very high level energies. I mean, all of the major arcana are high level. There's so much high level energy in this read right now. It's crazy. Such a short read as well. It's quite incredible. But the Hierophant is bringing the higher principles into reality. He has the ear of God, and his disciples, his followers, are trusting him to be the go-between, to be the speaker for them and to pass on the words of God to them as well. It feels like there's a level of responsibility that's being asked of you right now. Sometimes the Hierophant comes in when it's offering someone who can provide you advice if you need it. I don't feel you need it right now. You are extremely well balanced, and that independence and self-assurance with that 9 of Pentacles, you're handling this so well. I almost feel like I don't need to provide this reading for you, except there are some things, like bringing in the joy again. You're handling this so beautifully. I actually feel like this Hierophant is pointing at an aspect of you that it's asking you to focus on and remember. It's basically asking you to remember those higher principles and to bring them into your life as much as possible. To remember that you have a really powerful responsibility here because of your perspective, because of what you're going through, because of your access to the ear of God. You can talk to God and receive those higher messages and share them. I almost feel like this is asking you to be open to the possibility of sharing what you've learned and what you've gained throughout this experience, because this is a pretty intense experience. There's so many major arcana. I can only assume that whatever it is that you're going through with this death, the 2 death cards, the 2 temperance cards, it's a powerful transformation, a powerful major ending, and you are handling it so beautifully. People are going to be looking to you for advice and trying to understand how you did this, how you coped, how you managed this so beautifully and with such poise and balance. And I feel like there's a certain degree of responsibility in sharing this with others. And what's really important is, because it's coupled with the justice, it's asking you to maintain your principles and your ethics. So you're not doing this just to gain recognition, just to be a bit of a celebrity for a time while you're sharing your story or your advice or your wisdom. This is asking you to maintain your principles and share your wisdom, because it's important, it's valuable, and it's just, it's right with that justice card. Maintain your integrity here. This is another card of balance as well with those scales. It's really important. I feel like I need to just jump over to this moon card before we get to that 8 of Cups, because what this is feeling like is if you get too off track, you will start getting a little bit confused. You'll kind of lose yourself a little bit, like a sense of confusion and a lack of clarity. So stick to your principles, embrace a new adventure with that Fool, but trust your intuition, trust that inner guidance, trust those higher principles to guide you and maintain your integrity. And when it's time, walk away. The 8 of Cups is about walking away from what no longer serves you. But in the line of this story, this is saying know when it's time to walk away. If people need your advice, or they want to learn about how you coped with this story, or if they're wanting to seek advice for how they can deal with their own story, provide whatever you can, but know when it's time to walk away. You cannot be everybody's therapist. People need to support themselves. Sharing your own story can be extremely valuable, but there always comes a point where it's up to each individual to walk their own path, to tell their own story. So yeah, look, those are some really interesting final messages. They came unexpectedly for me. I thought I was going to get kind of more of the same, because the underlying story was fairly straightforward. This kind of threw the next element into the story. But it's a really important element, because you are going through something really profound, and it is really valuable to share your experience with other people when it's needed. But it is also really important to maintain that integrity and to walk away when it's time, that 8 of Cups. You will have the clarity that you need. Just trust your inner guidance, your intuition, that Hermit's face there. Stick to your principles, stand strong, and embrace the next adventure when it comes your way. This is really exciting, Sagittarius. Powerful time, powerful transformations for you. I can't wait to see what's coming for you next. The best of luck during all of this.